So this is my DashCam setup, and I'm going to show you at the end of this video some of the DashCam video that I've recorded through this smartphone with this setup that I have, and also the mount that I'm using for the DashCam. And you'll notice for the mount, I have a mount that actually allows me to plug in the electrical outlet, and that's because on the side there's nothing blocking, or the thing that's blocking I could fold down. So I'll show you that later also. But you'll see when I remove this dash cam or my smartphone here, you'll see that I have the mount, and my mount I bought on Amazon for just 14 bucks. So you'll notice my mount here can be mounted sideways, so that's important because you do want that landscape view or the sideways view, like the wide angle view. And that's what I'm talking about here, that thing you could flip, because if you were to put the phone upright for GPS or something like that, that would rest the phone upright. So this mount can actually work very nicely both ways. And you'll see it's very freely mounted in that there's a ball joint there that goes really not only 360 but all directions that you could adjust. So and I've mounted it to my dashboard, you'll see, which allows for the maximum view for the dash cam, and that's the ball joint that I'm talking about that could be tightened and loosened and adjusted every which way. So that's important. The mount, the type of mount that you get. This was a cheap mount that cost only varies between $10 to $15 depending on where you get it, and it's a good quality dash mount. So just keep that in mind. And this is the thing that I'm talking about. Let me show you when I put my phone here. If that was not foldable, it would actually be blocking the electrical plug. But since I could fold it down, it doesn't block the electrical plug. So let me show you just in general when I'm driving around with this smartphone dash cam here. So in this next scene, I am just prepping it, and so one thing you gotta make sure of is this uses a lot of electricity. So you see I'm driving right now. So what you have to do is you do have to set your screen to low, otherwise it's very likely your battery would heat up. So my battery heated up when I actually set my smartphone to the brightest view in the summertime with the sunlight beating down on it. So I set it to low, and everything seemed fine. Otherwise it actually started overheating, which surprised me a little bit. So now I'm just driving, you'll see, and I'll have the actual video footage from the smartphone later at the end of this video, so you could actually see. This I'm actually taking my camera and filming this as I'm driving. So don't try this at home. This is a professional doing this. Well, not really, but yeah, you get it. Don't do it at home. So this is the actual video from the smartphone, and you'll see it's actually kind of jittery, but the quality is obviously HD because the phones are HD, and it actually gets a very good view. It gets basically all the view of the entire span of the windshield. So you'll see there was a car approaching. I wasn't sure whether I should turn or let them go first. So these are type of situations that dash cam or this setup would capture. So you'll notice this is a little bit jittery because it captures the bumpiness of the road also, but it's also just very high quality. So you see here I'm stopped at a stoplight, and a bus is actually going to pass by, and it's going to do a turn that's pretty close to where I am. So one thing you actually do lose that is not as obvious when you buy, not just for us converting your smartphone to a dash cam, but a dash cam in general, is as a person, when you're sitting in your seat, even though this smartphone captures the entire width of the road as far as the front windshield. It doesn't capture your peripheral vision that you see from your side, so it is still sort of limited. So imagine a car coming across from you from the side and hits you in the either passenger side or driver's side. Well, you never capture that because the field of vision is not it's not from behind your car. It's not like a school bus camera where it's put in the back and it's showing the full view from the back. So you'll see in this scene there's going to be a car turning, and actually that car surprisingly got pretty close to me. So that is sort of the type of thing that you'll capture as far as some of the situations and incidents on the road that you encounter. So this is sort of the next scene here is basically I want to show a good range of cars turning and people approaching, stuff that you would sort of see through your windshield as you're driving. So in this next scene I'm going to be approaching a bunch of bikers, and one thing I noticed after watching this video on camera is I actually go a lot slower, or I perceived myself going a lot slower in reality than the video actually shows. The video actually seems like it's showing me going I guess 5 miles an hour or 10 miles an hour, whereas I felt like I was merely just walking, sort of like walking through versus actually driving through the road as these bikers were around. So it was a little bit deceptive to me as far as the speed, but actually the speed is what it is. So but just sort of interesting between the difference of what you perceive and what's reality. So as far as looking at the video. Now I am going uphill here, and I want to show sort of like highway speed. So I'm going to be approaching a stretch of road where I'm going to be going 60 miles an hour with cars passing through me or passing by me. So this is the scene that I sort of want to see and give you an idea of how it is if you're sort of doing highway driving. So this is the stretch of road where I'm going to go 60 miles an hour. And some cars are going to pass me, or I suppose I might also be passing some cars. So now you'll see I'm on the right lane here, and I guess some cars are going to pass me soon. If not, I'll be passing some cars. So this is the highway speed, and you'll see I'm already at 60 right now. The speed limit actually is only 40 here, but it's a good stretch of road where you can go pretty fast. So there's a car passing me, and so I really sort of want to show you also sort of the bumpiness. You'll notice there is the bumpiness, so it does get every road bump, which is fine because what you want to capture here is in case there's sort of accidents or incidents that you might have, whether it's road rage or an actual true accident. So, but in any case, the next couple of scenes are more just general. I want to show some turns and things like that. So more traffic with more cars. And there was a motorcycle that actually zoomed by me, and it was actually, it actually came up fairly by surprise, as a lot of motorcycles do. So those are other incidents that you want to capture. But that's really it. That's all I wanted to show, really. So I hope this video helped in you trying to set up a similar thing in your car, where you're using your smartphone as the dash cam, because quite honestly there isn't a dash cam that rivals that of your smartphone. If you're buying one of those normal dash cams, it's pretty expensive with HD cameras. So, alright, that's really it, and thank you for watching.